Michael Cohen, Donald Trump's former fixer and attorney, got into an alleged screaming match at one of New York's most exclusive private clubs. And Page Six's Mara Siegler is here with all the details. I'm Ian Mohr. So the election is over, but there's still drama going on that doesn't have anything to do with Donald. Well, it kind of peripherally has to do with Donald Trump. What happened?
It does. I think this is, it's MAGA versus, I guess, anyone who, might not, against the non-MAGAs. Right. But, so Michael Cohen had famously been Donald Trump's former fixer, real hothead of a guy, very famous for screaming at people, I guess. Yeah. And he's continuing to do that, so he is consistent. He went to prison for campaign finance violations, bank fraud, tax fraud, and he also was a key witness in the hush money trial of the Stormy Daniels, Donald Trump payoff.
Right.
So he has been called
alleged payoff.
Alleged payoff.
Yeah, right.
Although, yes. So Michael Cohen is a member of, or was a member, I should say, of this very exclusive club in New York. It's private members only, called Casa Cipriani. I think it's about $4,000 a year, and they're very picky about who gets in. So you can't just have the money, and they have to accept you. So we've spotted him there a bunch of times, and this time it was very hard not to spot him because apparently him and his wife were sitting on the terrace, which is a lovely outdoor space, right. Sort of minding their own business. And it was described to me by a source who witnessed this as a mafia type.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Familiar with those.
Screamed out to him, "Your wife's a whore," because she must be a whore because she's sleeping with a rat. And they weren't sure on the exact phrasing of that, but it was something to that effect. And of course, Michael Cohen did not take the high road. He went to defend his wife, which I guess could be seen as chivalrous, but we're told he had a full-blown meltdown, was screaming. Another source told us, quote, it was another swear, it was a show. He lost his shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess they were screaming back and forth with each other in each other's faces to the point where a manager had to step in and actually physically separate them before it came to like a full physical altercation.
Right, and now this isn't the first time that Michael Cohen has been in a sort of verbal altercation at this private club, right? He was actually called a rat once before.
Yes.
By another Trump supporter.
Or it could be the same person. I actually do not have the identity beyond mafia type.
Right, yeah.
So it could actually be the same person. So when this previously happened, it was last May.
Bad blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently he had been there and then someone else was yelling rat at him, and we had been told at the time that he's not welcome in those circles. So, and I think he's been out other places. I think that the guy definitely, if you are a Trump supporter, he is someone who is seen as maybe betraying him or something like that, hence the rat thing.
Right. I mean, Michael Cohen for a long time was one of Donald Trump's most trusted confidants and sort of, supporters, right-hand men, sort of henchmen. And then he, after he was convicted or on trial, he turned on the Donald, and now they are mortal enemies.
He wrote a book. He has a podcast. He's very active on TikTok, actually, which is, if anybody wants to watch him, he's on TikTok.
See, I think in this case, though, it is. I mean, he was defending his wife, so it was for an honorable cause. But now, Michael Cohen, though, has essentially sort of denied that. To kind of deny the story, but won't elaborate on what really happened, according to him, right? What did he tell you?
It's not factually, the scenario as I laid it out to him was not factually accurate. But when I asked him, when I asked him if he could specify what parts were inaccurate, or if he wanted to tell me, what he was denying about the story, I didn't hear back from him. So, we do have two sources that saw this. It was a big kerfuffle. This happened a couple months ago. And again, this is a club that very much, I think, values privacy. We had a big story about it before because Taylor Swift had been a member and gone there with when she was dating that
Maddie Healy.
Yeah, from the 1975.
Right.
And someone had taken a picture and they had their membership revoked. Now, I'm not totally sure on what his status is or what happened, but he hasn't been seen back in the club. And I'm told he's no longer a member, but I mean, that could be for, I don't know what other fights he's gotten in. So
Yeah, I guess more will be revealed. We've also reported like Leo DiCaprio and a bunch of other stars hang out at Casa Cipriani.
Jared Leto, I saw once.
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. He wasn't screaming on the terrace. Anyway, for more on this story and more, you can check out page6.com or, of course, pick up a copy of the newspaper.